Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, so back-to-back videos here. First one was about franchise tags, some of them that I saw. I actually missed a couple. I'm going to run you through a couple bigger ones that did happen. So the Redskins went ahead and tagged Brandon Scherf, their offensive lineman. That's a big one. He was one of the bigger names in the offensive line that was coming to free agency. Someone that I thought the Dolphins might take a look at, but the Redskins went ahead and tagged him. A huge name, Anthony Harris, went ahead and stuck around. The Vikings did tag him, so he's going to be on the Vikings for one more year at least. So we will see. Justin Simmons also got tagged by the Broncos. Two of the better safeties in the league, man. So those are some big ones. Yannick Ngakoue gets tagged by the Jags. That's a little bit older news. Sorry I didn't cover that one. Yeah, that happened a day or two ago. So Yannick Ngakoue got tagged. And then let's see here. I got one more. We're going to see Hunter Henry gets tagged by the Colts. Or by the Colts, excuse me. By the Chargers. Sorry, I don't know why I said Colts. But Hunter Henry getting tagged by the Chargers, that's a big one. He's one of the best tight ends in the league. He's young. Looked like he was going to come out into free agency and get a lot of looks, get a lot of offers. So he brings a lot to the table as a tight end. So him getting tagged, that's pretty big. And then the last one that I see here, Matthew Judon gets tagged by the Ravens. So tagging Judon, I think, is a smart move. They're really trying to shore up their defensive line. They're trying to keep that defense as strong as possible and really make a big, solid push in the NFL postseason. So, I definitely think that it's a smart move, keeping Judon around. Pretty much what you need to do in that position. So, all right, now we're going to run through some signings, some major signings and some tenders as well. So, just going to kind of run you guys through it, just like the first video that I put out today. So here we go. Patriots, they signed Devin McCourty. They're going to extend him 2 years, $23 million. $17 million is guaranteed over those 2 years. Now, I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move, and it's also kind of a questionable move. I don't think that it would be smart to do it in any other position other than trying to keep that defense as strong as possible in order to get Tom Brady to come back. So if that defense falls apart and they lose some guys in free agency, I think maybe they'll wind up tagging Kyle Van Noy. Maybe not. I mean, they might not, but if they do, keep him around. Keeping that defense as strong as they possibly can will be some motivation for Tom Brady to maybe take a look at coming back to the Patriots. If that defense lessens and gets weaker, Tom Brady's not really going to have a whole lot of motivation to go back to the Patriots. That was the only thing that was really keeping that team alive last year. Obviously, the offense was not up to par for what Tom Brady was looking for, so I think they need to keep the defense as strong as they can. Signing McCourty, kind of a big deal there, at least in that regard. So next up, Texans signed Bradley Roby, 3 years, $36 million. So kind of the same circumstance, I guess. They're just trying to keep that defense strong. They're a top dog in the league. They're at least fighting for some of the top position in terms of teams in the league. So I think in that situation, you kind of need to keep one of your younger cornerbacks around. He's a good cornerback. He can get it done for you. So signing him, it's a good deal. I don't see any problem with it. It is 3 years, $36 million. It's a little on the high end, at least for me. I wouldn't sign him for that much money, but I can understand it, whatever. So the biggest one, man, that surprised me and I think surprised a lot of people, Ryan Tannehill re-signs with the Tennessee Titans. 4 years, get this, $118 million. That's a ton of money to be shelling out for Ryan Tannehill. That's a lot of money. 91 in total guarantees and $62 million in fully guaranteed money. Regardless of what happens with Ryan Tannehill, he gets hurt and he never plays again. He's getting $62 fully guaranteed million from the Tennessee Titans over 4 years. That's a ridiculous amount of money to be paying Ryan Tannehill. I get it. He had a crazy good year. I'm a Dolphins fan. I like Ryan Tannehill. I think he's a good player. I never had a problem with him. I actually thought that the problem with him is that we just couldn't get a good offensive line in front of him. And we just didn't have a good enough team for him to produce much. When he was healthy, he was a good quarterback. He clearly showed that he can get it done in Tennessee when you put a good team and a good offensive line around him. So, he had the 4th best passer rating in NFL history for a season for quarterbacks last year. So, clearly, he's a good quarterback. Clearly, he can get it done. But you know what? It's his first year of really getting it done. So is he honestly worth $118 million over 4 years? I don't think so. And it's a huge, huge deal to give away to Ryan Tannehill. Hopefully, that doesn't come back to bite Tennessee in the butt. So, we'll see what happens. A couple big ones. Ravens trade for Calais Campbell. If I'm not mistaken, it was a 5th-round pick that the Ravens traded to pick him up. He's past his 30, past 30 years old. Yeah, he's in his 30s, but he's still, I mean, a beast. He's still a really, really good defensive end. He's a monster. He can get it done. He'll be a nice addition to this Ravens team. He's a hard-nosed kind of guy. He'll get it done for him. So they also signed him to a 2-year, $27 million deal. $20 million of those are guaranteed, so he's going to guarantee $10 million a year. I don't think it's a huge deal, especially because it's just a 2-year-long deal. I think that was smart for them. It's a good pickup. I mean, especially that they only traded a 5th-round pick for him. He's a monster. He will help that team a lot. Trust me, I think that he's going to add a lot on that defensive line for them. I think that was a good pickup. Let's see here. We got the Colts signing Anthony Costanzo. That's not a surprise at all. I mean, Anthony Costanzo was talking about maybe retiring for a bit, kind of feeling like he's past his prime, ready to retire. Andrew Luck retires, and then, Costanzo's like, all right, maybe I'm next. But, if he were to stick around on any NFL team, it would be the Colts. I just couldn't imagine him, going anywhere else. So for right now, guys, that's looking like that might be the only signings that I really have to go over with you. I'm going to run through where I'm at real quick. I just want to look through the website that I'm on. Nope, I've got a couple here. Okay, so we've got the Packers signing Jerome Kirksey to a 2-year, $16 million deal. Fine by me. The Green Bay Packers need to shore up that defense a little bit, especially that linebacking core. So I'm fine with that deal. It's not bad. 2 years, $16 million. I don't see guarantees on there or anything, so I'm assuming the guarantees will probably be around 2 years, maybe $11 million, or 2 years, $10 million, something like that, and he can work his way up to 16. So we'll see what happens with that. And then the bigger one, Vikings, extend Kirk Cousins, 2 years, $66 million, 61 guaranteed at the signing. So that's a big deal right there, actually, and I'm kind of surprised by it. Reason being, this Vikings team, I think, is as far as they're going to get. I don't think they're going to get any better than they are right now, especially with Stephon Diggs looking like he's out. He's kind of done, with this team. He's moving on. They have to tag Anthony Harris to keep him there. We don't know if he's going to be there next year. There's just a lot of question marks, I think, with this team. Honestly, it kind of looks like they've reached their full potential, and I don't think that Kirk Cousins is a top quality quarterback in the league. So I don't know how far he's going to be able to push them over the hill in their fight for, a potential championship. So them extending him for 2 years, $66 million, and giving him 61 guaranteed, I mean, that's $30.5 million over 2 years. That's a lot of money to pay for a quarterback who really just hasn't done a whole lot for you, in the time that he's been on your team. So that's a surprising signing to me. I would have thought, if anything, they would give him maybe a 1-year deal. Certainly not 2. I just don't know about that. 2 years is okay. I guess the length is okay. The money is a lot. And I don't know, man. I just think that if they don't do anything this next year, if they don't make a deep, deep run this next year, Cousins might be out of town. They might go ahead and trade him or let him play out his contract. I really have no idea. It's an interesting signing to me. I just don't see this Vikings team going any further than they have been already. So we'll see what happens with that. Other than that, guys, that looks like all the signings that are big that I'd like to talk about with you guys. Let me know what you think. How are these signings impacting your team? What do you think about the impact that they're going to have on the league? And then, kind of keep me updated on what you think about the signings altogether. Do you think they're good moves for the teams that they're on? Do you think that they're bad moves? Also, let me know what you guys think about the format of this kind of video. Do you like me kind of grouping the signings and tags and all that into one video? Or would you prefer me go ahead and split them up and just give you, a little 3-minute video here and a 3-minute video there, just kind of talking about the individual signings? So let me know what you think about that, guys. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, help me grow the channel. And then, as always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Keep me updated with what you think, and fins up.